just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops listen and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow.
All right. Thank you, Bing Crosby. Do you really have to dream of a white Christmas? Well, most of us have had to. Thank you for coming to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events, and we have one on tap for us coming up. That's the way it is looking now and shaping up to be a big weather event. The National Weather Service has an amazing statistic. Snow has not fallen in Little Rock on Christmas Day and amounted to more than a trace in more than 80 years. Now, there has been snow on the ground from previous snows. We're talking about 2004, 1983. We had snow and ice on the ground, and it stuck around for Christmas Day from previous snows. But snow has not actually fallen and accumulated to a depth of more than a trace. And that is definitely a possibility. Now, I'm very, very confident that snow will fall late Christmas Day in Arkansas. Where and how much is yet to be seen. The computer models, again, are just a set of equations taking what data is available, cranking it out, and spitting it out into the form of maps and numbers, and it gets processed that way so we can understand and interpret it. So you got to make sure that you have good data. That's the key to this. You have to have good data. That will not happen until tonight and into tomorrow because the storm system is over the ocean. It's got to get within the network, onto land, within the United States, so weather balloons, all the instruments we use to measure the storm, all the data inside of it can be collected, that accurate data, and then put into the computer models and cranked out with those equations. I think that's going to happen tonight and tomorrow. That's when we'll have a better grasp. That's why I'm not going out on these limbs right now and saying, this place is going to get this much snow, that place is going to get this much snow. I will show you what the computer models say because we look for trends. And the trend is our friend. We have got rain coming in Christmas morning, and it appears at some point during the day it's going to change over to some snow. Oh, where is it? I got to find my... We are all very happy about that. Now, there's my son Blake. He has come into my office. Blake, come here. You want to say hello to everybody? No? Okay, Daddy's doing a video. I'll be done in just a second, okay? Are you dreaming of a white Christmas? My 3-year-old's in here. Can you see yourself? Come on. Say hi. Say Merry Christmas. Being shy this morning. Anyway, I have a video, and I'm detailing what the computer models show. I'm going to show you the GFS, I'm going to show you the European, and I'm going to show you snowfall amounts from the NAM, which is now within the short term, and I'm going to show you snowfall amounts from the GFS. The GFS, I'm telling you, is going berserk with snowfall amounts. So like I said, don't get too excited just yet. Know there's a storm, because the reason why I want to urge caution is because some places in Arkansas may be singing White Christmas, and some places may not. And if you're one of those who may not, you're going to be very upset. So let's just hold back a little bit, watch how all this plays out, urge caution, and let's see what happens. Let's get into this video that I've got for you. Okay, the models, the computer models, here we go. The European is what we're going to start off with, and we're going to begin this on Sunday at noon. A little area of low pressure, frontal boundaries, a little bit of rain here. Eastern Arkansas, not much. It moves off towards the east. There we go. Now the cold air starts coming in. There's the area of high pressure coming out of Canada. Circulation around this low, driving in it's a slow oozing of the cold air. Here's our storm system out towards our west. Remember the blue dashed line right there? That is your 540 line. It is not the end-all, be-all of where the rain-snow line is, but usually it's a good indicator. South is rain, north is snow. And sometimes you can be south of it and get ice. It depends on the temperature profile, of course, and we have to watch the temperatures at the surface. All right, here it comes. Let's just fast forward. This is Christmas morning, according to the European model. There's your 540 line. You're getting an easterly wind. Remember, I've said this over and over and over again. To have a significant snow in Arkansas, you must have an east or a northeast component to the wind. Surface low pressure developing in a classic situation across portions of Texas. A 1040 millibar high coming out of Canada, so you got the moisture and the cold air all coming together in this part of the country, according to this. Christmas morning is dry. You're opening up presents. There could be some showers, rain showers across southern Arkansas. And here we go at noon. The 540 line is still in northwest Arkansas, according to the European. You have rain overspreading the state, and this is a cold rain. There could be some sleet. I'm not going to rule that out on the northern fringe of that. And then we collapse the 540 line right into central Arkansas. This is at 6 p.m. So, according to this computer model, there would be a transition from rain to snow late in the afternoon. This is the area of surface low pressure, according to this. A great track right into Jackson, Mississippi. This is the cold air coming in on this Canadian area of high pressure, and you see these north to northeasterly winds coming across the Ozarks and into central and western Arkansas. This is all rain, but you see this precipitation area in the cold air sector. You see these black lines? Those are isobars, lines of equal barometric pressure. When you get them closely spaced together like that, that's a pressure gradient, and that indicates that there's going to be quite breezy conditions as well with this. So when you get that transition, the wind's going to be changing as well. But this is indicating snow across the western half of Arkansas into northern Arkansas into Oklahoma. So some bad travel conditions here. And then it's still snowing between 6 p.m. and midnight. A good bit of Arkansas, it changes to snow according to this model with the surface area of low pressure in far northwest Alabama. Again, strong northerly winds continue. The back edge of the snow is moving into western Arkansas, and then by Wednesday morning, it's in eastern areas of the state, the snow, and then it lifts out, and we have cold air coming in. And if there's snow on the ground at this point in time, we're not getting much into the 30s that day. All right, let me back this up. This is the GFS. This is Christmas Eve. We're dry at 6 p.m. So services Christmas Eve, you're looking good weather-wise. But that cold air is coming in. That's the little system that brings the rain on Sunday. It's already off towards the north. And here comes that 1040 millibar high out of Canada. We're getting the east-northeasterly winds around that. Christmas morning, and this has, in remarkable agreement with the European. Maybe some showers across far southern Arkansas. That 540 line is still up towards the north. The cold air is oozing in. And then, sorry about that. And then by noon, the 540 line starts to come in. Look at those faint gray arrows. The northeasterly wind at the surface is strengthened with this pressure gradient, and that's a perfect setup with the surface low towards the south. This is all snow in here, and this in here, I'm not saying that this it looks like rain, but I'm going to have to look at the temperature profile. I wouldn't doubt if there's some sleet here. And then this is more aggressive with the cold air with than the European, and at 6 o'clock Christmas Day, it's got snow, and some of it could be heavy across a good majority of the state, with the only exception being southeast through eastern Arkansas. This is unbelievable. High pressure is cold up towards the north, funneling in that northeasterly wind. So again, by late afternoon into early evening, we have transitioned from rain to sleet to snow across a good portion of the state into the overnight hours, and then it lifts away early Wednesday morning. And look at the winds howling out of the north. You're talking about sustained winds at least at 20 miles per hour with gusts to around 30 miles per hour. Not as strong as we had the other day probably, but cold and windy nevertheless, and that moves away. Let me show you what the preliminary snowfall accumulation maps. This is to the extreme. This is the GFS. And this is the 0Z run from last night. This is to the extreme, but it is showing across the Ouachitas 6 to 8 inches of snow, and an area across Polk County, far northwestern Montgomery into Scott County of 8 to 10, and that wide area is 6 to 8. Through central Arkansas, it's got quite a gradient from Pine Bluff up to Little Rock of snowfall amounts, a very sharp gradient from where you have less than 2 inches to Pulaski County getting at least 4, 5, or 6 inches. Again, this is only a computer model. It's taking a guess, and it has fluctuated with every change. But you can definitely see where the swath of, where it's saying the corridor, the heaviest snow is taking place through west central, central, northeast Arkansas, lighter amounts far northwest, and basically nothing across the far southeast. Again, just a computer model. But let's look at the NAM. The NAM is now out to 84 hours and encompasses part of the storm, and it's showing a little different solution where Central Arkansas barely gets in on any of it. We have some snow according to this, but it's the majority of it is in Northwest Arkansas. What I think there's going to be some sort of compromise or blend, or I think the NAM may actually come more around to the GFS solution, and I think that because the European model looks a lot like the GFS. So the NAM, I think, might be an outlier here and may start to come in line with the other models. But anyway, the point is the NAM is showing this in Northwest Arkansas. There you have it. The White Christmas is definitely a possibility. I'll be upping those chances, I have a feeling. I'm very confident that somebody in Arkansas is going to get snow. It's just where and how much. I'm going to do my absolute best to keep you updated here on the Arkansas Weather Blog. And of course, you can always stay connected to me on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you very much for coming to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events.